My public speaking's a little rusty, so I brought my backup singers. If you bear with me. One of the great memories I have was being 6 or 7 in Vegas with my dad, getting to come on stage, so I wanted to share that with my two. Alexa, Olivia. Thank you. I wrote a whole long speech. I don't know if I'll get through it, but if you'll bear with me, it's from the heart. This really is a tremendous honor. To the awards committee, I thank you. I'm deeply grateful and appreciative. There's many people that were in my dad's life that I would like to thank, but time won't permit. But I hope they know they're part of this special day. I must, however, acknowledge 2 people that were really important in my dad's life. To my mother, the late Sandra D., all I can say is I love you and I miss you. I can't imagine what it was like for her to wake up one day in 1973 and realize she had to raise a 12-year-old on her own. So we were a team and it turned out okay. Secondly, there's a man here today that I love very much. In the beginning, he was my dad's manager, but it went much deeper than that. They were brothers. And in their early 20s, they had achieved their show business dreams beyond their wildest imagination. To this very day, he looks after my dad's legacy and keeps me on the straight and narrow. And I just want you to put your hands together. He's been the face behind the scenes so long. Please, Steve Blauner, stand up, take a bow. Come on. No. Come on, Stevie. You. And now to the man of the hour. My dad was blessed with an enormous natural talent and intellect. He played 4 instruments, wrote music, was nominated for an Academy Award for acting, and was a great singer. But his true genius was the magic he created on a nightclub floor. He was the quintessential entertainer. He could hold an audience in the palm of his hand. I feel he was part Al Jolson, part Elvis, part Sammy Davis Jr., and part Frank Sinatra. But in the end, he was always Bobby Darin, and that was very special indeed. As a human being, he was often viewed as arrogant and cocky. The press had fun with that, but the following story might shed some light on the other side of his character. In the early days of my dad's career, African Americans were not allowed to be the opening act at the country's premier nightclub, the Copa in New York. This outraged my dad, and he told the Copa's Jules Padel that he wanted comedian George Kirby to open for him. Padel balked, but my dad stood his ground. George Kirby opened the engagement. This was Bobby Darin. This was Bobby Darin, the human being. As a father, he was loving and caring. He could be tough on me, and he was always seeming to teach me important life lessons. At the time, I didn't really understand why, but I realized later that he knew he wouldn't be around for the long haul. When all is said and done, the thing I admire most about my dad is that he never had an ounce of quit in him. He never let the fact that he had health problems, or he wasn't particularly good looking, or that he was from the wrong side of the tracks, nothing would deter him from his dreams. And in point of fact, he did accomplish what he set out to do. His body of work is evidence of that. It is not the duration of a man's life that is important, but what he leaves behind. I've accepted various awards over the years on his behalf. This day, however, is the sweetest of all. I'm able to share it with my dear friend Rick Ward, my mother-in-law Barbara Tannenbaum, my wife Audrey, and my children Alexa and Olivia. Not a day goes by that I don't think about my dad. This is a beautiful day in our Darin family history. Thank you to the Academy for honoring a man who loved performing with every bit of his body and soul. Thank you.
You know, there's the proof of what these ceremonies are. I think Bono had said it very well years ago when he participated, and he said, you know, the Grammys are great and we love the glitz and the glamour, but these awards are the heart and the soul of the Academy and what we do. And since then I've been talking about if we don't have a few tears and some emotion, then we really haven't done a good job. So we're delighted that you just had the experience that you had, Dodd. It's a beautiful one. Having a recognizable sound is one of the most important attributes in jazz. And our next honoree is instantly recognizable for his prodigious technique, wit, sensitivity, and swing. He possesses the happiest sound in jazz, finding the harmonic heart